Hello and welcome to the news brief for Friday, March 15th, 2024, GSN. Thanks so much for tuning in. It is spring break week, and so it's been a quiet week here. I've been trying to get some cleaning done, both here and in the rectory, and trying to get caught up with some stuff. I've made some progress, but much more progress needs to happen. So what is happening here in our parish here this week? Well, this Sunday, we have Donut Sunday after the 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. Masses. So hopefully you can celebrate St. Patrick's Day with a donut. I mean, what more would St. Patrick want? I mean, really. So that is on this Sunday. The food truck will also be here. So it's a wonderful opportunity to help out. The needs are great. Here are some of those things listed here. We have just 2 opportunities left for the fish fries, and they have been great thus far. So tonight, as well as next Friday, it should be obvious, but maybe not. There will not be a fish fry on Good Friday. So 2 more chances, tonight and next week. Station to the Cross as well will be 5:30 this week and next week, and then at 3 p.m. on Good Friday. I'll get more to that in just a moment. Don't forget that the El Salvador appeal continues. So that's throughout this month of March. We are asking people to support the mission in El Salvador, El Buen Pastor, our sister community there. So please consider being generous and helping out. Your donations go to help out, particularly with scholarships to help our young people to get a good education down there. And then Lollapalooza is coming up. So mark your calendars if you don't already have it marked down for Friday, April 26th. So please support Lollapalooza if you can attend, great, or helping out with doing the silent auction, which will be ahead of time and everything. There's lots of ways to support the mission of our church through this great fundraiser that we have of Lollapalooza evening. So this week is the big, my first pastor called it Blitz Week, of all the confession, the penance services that we have throughout the week. And so they start up this coming Sunday, March 17th at 7 p.m. Our penance service will be on Monday, March 18th, also at 7 p.m. It's a wonderful opportunity to go to the Sacrament of Reconciliation during the time of Lent. And I love this custom that we have of our penance services throughout the Johnson County. So people can go wherever. You don't have to stay here at Good Shepherd. So just let you know a little bit about the schedule. I've got the big old printout here in front of me. But on Sunday evening, you have the opportunity to either go to Queen of the Holy Rosary right there on Metcalf. That is at 3 p.m. Or there's also the opportunity at 7 p.m. at St. Paul in Olathe. That is where I and Father Mersman will be. There's a big Spanish contingent there, and so all the Spanish-speaking priests are there at that one. On Monday, of course, we have our service at 7 p.m. Or if you'd like to go elsewhere, there is Holy Trinity also has their service at 7 p.m., as does Holy Spirit. So there are 3 on Monday, 3 opportunities, all at 7 o'clock. On Tuesday, there is the closest opportunity we have is at Holy Cross at 7, as well as there's Prince of Peace and Ascension, but they're a little bit further away. Thursday is at St. Joseph and at Sacred Heart. So our neighbors there in Shawnee, both at 7 p.m., St. Joseph and Sacred Heart. And then on Sunday is the final day for these penance services. Father Mersman will be at 3 p.m. at WIA. That's a long ways away. Then the big kind of concluding one is at 7 p.m. at Nativity on March 24th. So those are the opportunities for those penance services. Reminder that we still have confessions every Wednesday from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, and then every Thursday 5 to 6, and then Saturdays 3:30 to 4:30. Wednesday confession next week is a good option, so is Thursday. And then the Holy Week is kind of the last call for confessions. The 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Wednesday of Holy Week. I just mark out that whole evening because it tends to go on for 2 or 3 hours in my experience. So I just don't take any more. And we don't have confession on Holy Thursday. A couple of years ago, we didn't mark that out very clearly, and we had a bunch of people show up for our confessions on Holy Thursday. But we do not have confessions on Holy Thursday nor Holy Saturday. So the last call for before Easter is that Wednesday of Holy Week. So please plan accordingly. And then we are into Holy Week that following week. So this is the Sunday before Palm Sunday. So Palm Sunday, we have the normal schedule. We will have the procession at the two, what we call principal, they're not really the principal masses, but that's what the Missal calls them. Like, so kind of thinking like, what are kind of our two biggest masses? Well, the 10 o'clock and the 12:30, those will have the procession. So we'll start theoretically in the gym and process singing Hosanna to the King of David. That is Palm Sunday. The rest of them, so the 8 o'clock Mass will have what we call the solemn entrance. So there'll be the gospel read out in the narthex, and then we will come into the church. And then just at the 5 o'clock and the 4 o'clock, we just have the normal Mass there will be palms, but there's nothing really added there. So there's 3 different forms. We do all 3 of the forms here. So the most extensive form is the 10 a.m. and the 12:30. The 8 a.m. is in the middle, and the 5 and the 4 have basically nothing special except we give palms out and we bless them. Okay, so that's Palm Sunday. And then the Chrism Mass is on Tuesday of that week. It's a beautiful Mass where all the priests renew our promises to strive with the grace of God to be good priests. And then Wednesday is that confession. Thursday, 7 p.m., bilingual service for the Mass of the Lord's Supper. Then Friday, there's lots of opportunities. 3 o'clock is the stations in English. 5 o'clock is the live stations. And that's really something to behold. It's basically all in Spanish. I think I do a little bit in English, but it's all acted out. It's so well done, so well done. They've been practicing for a week. So if you've never seen that, we start in the gym and then we go outside and Jesus is lifted, the person that's playing Jesus is lifted up on the cross. It's very powerful. So I recommend that if you've never been there. And then 7 o'clock is our bilingual service for Good Friday. On Easter Saturday then, we have the big celebration, the Easter Vigil at 8 p.m. That's as early as we can do it, is 8 p.m. We can't do like 7 or 6, to my understanding. So 8 p.m. will be the Easter Vigil. And then Easter Sunday, make sure you take note that our Mass schedule is different, and you should have gotten a mailing about that as well. 7, 9, and 11 instead of 8 and 10. That allows us not to have a Mass also in the gym or the social hall. It spreads it out pretty evenly, I think. So 7, 9, and 11. Maybe obviously the lightest of those will be the 7 o'clock. So if you want to avoid some of the crowds, come to the 7 o'clock, or really avoid the crowds because we also have the 4 p.m. Mass in the evening. We're one of the few parishes in the area, I think, that has a Easter Sunday evening Mass. And since I've been here, I've enjoyed that as being kind of a mission of Good Shepherd. That I get a lot of people saying that my first year that they were very appreciative. Some nurses said that they never get to come to Mass on Easter because there's never a Saturday evening Mass and there's never a Sunday evening Mass, but here was an option for them. So they were very pleased with that. And then there's also the 1 o'clock Spanish Mass on Easter. So on Easter Sunday, it's 7, 9, 11, 1, and 4. So hope that you have a great week and this conclusion to spring break. Happy Valentine's Day, happy St. Patrick's Day for those that will be celebrating that, and happy St. Joseph Day to those who will be celebrating that. That's March 19th. Have a great week. And again, this weekend, I have 5, 8, and 10 for my Mass schedule. Have a great week. We'll see you next time.